Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Friday, December 19th, 4:30 a.m. And today we are going to go over the law 42 U.S. Code 15001. And I had asked AI, how do I argue that even though there is this law, that it's not safe for them? So I got the answer of, to argue that taking a group of individuals with developmental disabilities to strip clubs is unsafe, you can leverage federal and state regulations that mandate health, safety, and individualized care, even within the context of community integration laws like 42 USC 15001. How do I argue the activity is unsafe? While the law promotes integration, it does not grant a blanket right to ignore safety or person-centered planning. You can argue against this practice using these frameworks. Risk of abuse and exploitation. Federal regulations require programs to ensure individuals do not experience abuse, neglect, or sexual exploitation. Environments that involve alcohol and adult entertainment may increase the risk of financial exploitation or inappropriate sexual contact for vulnerable adults. Lack of person-centered planning under HCBS Settings Rule. Every activity must be a part of an individual support plan. You can argue that a group-wide trip to a strip club is not individualized and may not align with the specific goals, values, or safety needs of every individual in the group. Inappropriate setting. State rules often require that community activities be appropriate to the individuals served. You can argue that a strip club does not meet the standard for recreational, leisure, and social opportunities intended to enrich community life as defined in the law. Why safety isn't explicitly in 42 USC 15001. You may feel safety is missing because 42 USC 15001 is a finding and purpose section. It sets the broad vision for civil rights and inclusion, not the specific day-to-day safety rules. The goal is rights, not restrictions. Historically, safety was used as an excuse to lock disabled people in institutions. Section 15001 was written to push the opposite, that people with disabilities have the same right as everyone else to take dignified risks and be part of the mainstream. Safety is in other sections. Specific safety requirements are found later in the Act 15002 and 15009, and in state administrative rules like OAR in Oregon or similar state codes, which mandate background checks, staff ratios, and protection from harm. Immediate actions you can take. If you believe these trips are endangering individuals, you have several avenues for recourse. Contact Adult Protective Services. Did that. They weren't interested. They think it's a good thing. APS is the primary agency charged with investigating and preventing abuse or neglect for vulnerable adults. Okay. Contact the state's Protection and Advocacy, P&A system. Every state has a federally mandated P&A, such as Disability Rights Oregon or similar, tasked with protecting the legal and human rights of people with developmental disabilities. I also contacted them. No help. File a formal grievance. Use the group home or agency's internal grievance process to document your concerns in writing, specifically citing the lack of individualized planning. Well, I haven't actually done a formal grievance. And at this point, what's it going to do? All the people that I've called have been no help. It's the parents, us parents, you parents of younger people, younger, special needs people. you need to see this is already what they're wanting to do. So your kid, if they go into a group home or day activity group out of your sight, people can just take them to strip clubs. Okay, request an ISP meeting. If you are a guardian or family member, demand a review of the individual support plan to officially document that such environments are not safe or desired for the individual. I did that. The place where we do the ISP meeting, they're fine with it too. They were over there liking the first post inviting half the town to go strip clubbing with the special needs, developmentally disabled, intellectually disabled, vulnerable adults, strip clubbing with them And I had a few people telling me I need to calm down, calm down, calm down. We're talking about my kid. I'm not going to calm down. So he's protected. But all this stuff talks about and the families, and the families. Well, I have been discarded and made to feel like a criminal for trying to protect the special needs community in my state. And it's inappropriate. I did not fight for all these rights for the disabled to have, to have them mean nothing. No guardrails, no safety, no protection, and no compassion, and no care, and no concern for a mother that is very worried about the special needs community in my town at the very least. And I call the state, and I call all these people that are paid good money so that people with developmental disabilities are protected. And they all tell me out of their mouth in their own words, perfectly fine for group homes and day activity groups to go to strip clubs with their clients. It is completely inappropriate, and I do not know how it got to this place in the world. I am not a prude, but this is not safe. It's not safe for them, and it's not safe for anybody. It's not helping inclusion. It's excluding them. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to go over that law. I'm going to go to cornell.edu, and they have a write-up about that law that mentions the families all over in it. How much more family can you get than mother? I birthed that guy. He is my son, and it is my job to protect him. That is my birthright. That is his birthright. And to have these people from the state coming and telling me that I'm overreacting. No, I'm not. No, I am not overreacting. This is where we're at. So I'm just making videos every day. Well, I'm going to try to make them every day. Okay, stay tuned for the next video.